I'm really excited because today we have an excellent episode. We're going to be talking about some super exciting stuff. We're going to be moving strong and things are moving fast in the world of crypto. So let's get this started together. It's so cool to be part of this journey with you, to be part of this journey together. Yeah? So today we are going to be talking about XRP Ripple Psychology, how people get hooked onto one thing. They're blinded and they just can't get away and they just can't see what's going on. And before you think I'm going to be negative about XRP, before you saying, oh, this guy's going to attack XRP, no. That's not the case. We're going to talk about this though. We're going to talk about this because it's very important for you as an investor, for you as a crypto person, for you to get involved in crypto. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to talk about how you should be accumulating in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Also some very exciting news for Ethereum and also Link, as a matter of fact. So we're going to be talking about that and why you should be accumulating into those. We're going to be talking about the Ballet Card, and this is a super secure hardware wallet. I actually interviewed Bobby Lee. He's the brother of Charlie Lee. He actually created Litecoin. His brother was the CEO and founder of BTC China, and now this Ballet Card. And this is a security wallet. This is a secure hardware wallet. We're going to talk about that. I really like it, by the way, just to say that. And I'm also going to leave an link to the interview down below after this live stream ends. And we're going to talk about him giving away a Cybertruck, a Tesla Cybertruck that you can potentially win, and we're going to tell you how you're going to be able to do that on this episode. Are you guys with me? Can you guys hear me? Because I think my stream just stopped. I'm not sure if this is working. Can anyone hear me? Anyway, hopefully it's working. Answer me in the comment section if you can see the stream. Now, we're going to be talking about YouTubers trying to do technical analysis, YouTubers TA. It's a lot more complicated than what they think. There's a lot of things involved. We're going to be talking about that and how a lot of them tried to do TA on Bitcoin last week, a few days ago actually. They were all wrong. I'm going to tell you the reason so you can watch out and you can be careful. I see now that the stream was doing okay. Oh, okay, so this was a false alarm. This was the real, this is what's going on. This was a false alarm. We've got two monitors here. We know that. I'm going to be addressing the chat in a second. Great intro. Just totally killed and nailed this intro, right? Thought the live stream wasn't going on and I was looking over there. Great. I'm such a perfectionist. I'm so talented. Anyway, we're going to be talking about my experience with eToro, what happened with me on eToro while I was trading, as well as why, you know, there's a saying out there saying you should not invest more than you can lose. We're going to talk about why that's false, and a lot of people are getting this wrong. And we're also going to talk about why do your own research. People are telling you, do your own research, do your own research. Why that is also a bad thing. And I know it sounds controversial, but hear me out. It's very interesting. Also, we're going to be talking about how you should be investing in yourself and why that is important. We're going to talk about last week's giveaway, who won the gift from last week. And we're going to see a few questions that were asked on last week's live stream in the comment section. We're going to move on to AMA and Ask Me Anything, which means I'll be answering your questions right now live, that is. And we're going to be announcing next week's competition. By the way, what are you guys drinking right now? And because I don't want to sound like Ivan Tech, what are you guys drinking and what are you guys eating? Hopefully, you will have some snacks for this video. I know Ivan drinks coffee, black coffee, no milk, no sugar involved. Yes, we know this. In the morning, that makes sense. But right now, it's in the evening. I'm drinking tea. I'm actually drinking yogi tea, and it's orange, ginger, and vanilla scented. Now, the ginger is the biggest part of it, but comment down what you're drinking and what you're eating. Do you have any snacks, any chips, any souvlaki, any something? You must be snacking on something. I'm sure you are. Comment down below. in the chat. All right, I see Hisham some roses waiting. Yes, how are you doing? I see Zorab here. I see Zaib. I see Diana Rose. I know she has a very good question she asked me in one of my streams. I see Hisham. I see Harsh. It's a very harsh name. I see Zaib again. And let's have a look here. We are drinking nothing. We are drinking green tea, which is close enough to what I'm drinking, and ain't got anything to eat or drink. Zaib, come on, man. Why don't you have anything to eat and drink, man? You're keeping healthy, doing that intermittent fasting, trying to get those muscles up, right? Anyway, let's get started. By the way, if it's your first time here, we do things a little bit differently on this channel. See, this channel is more focused on the cryptopreneur or aspiring cryptopreneurs that want to get into crypto. So we don't do these YouTube videos, if you will, that are 10 or 15 minutes long, trying to answer a question, trying to get views, trying to get, obviously we're trying to get views, but we're trying to get retention, watch time, trying to get ads. We don't do that. We get straight to the point. Most of the videos on this channel are less than 1 minute. We answer questions that can be answered in less than a minute, We don't take 10 or 15 minutes to answer a question. Our live streams are also very real. They're very talkative. We are a family here. We talk like a family. We answer questions. And we also do interviews with successful people and pioneers in crypto so you can be influenced, so you can get into their mindset, so you can see how you can succeed in crypto, as a cryptopreneur in crypto, or even in life and business. So if that interests you, go ahead, consider subscribing down below and hitting that like button. But I warn you, this channel is not for everybody. For most people, they want more shilling of products. They want people to tell them they're going to be rich and all that. Might not be the channel for you. But if you agree with what I just said, if you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe and like that button if you want to support this channel and you want us to do more of those videos. By the way, if you are watching this video, go ahead and on the comment section, tell us what you're most interested in. Are you interested in live streams, short videos, or interviews mostly? I'd really like to know. Comments so we can know what we should be making more of. Okay? So let's get started. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. I'll be looking at the chat later on at the end of the video. As a matter of fact, I do encourage you, if you're going to stay till the end, to ask your questions at the end of the video after I announce last week's winner that won basically a prize. And we'll talk about that later on as well. So let's have a look at the chat and then we can get started. Drinking nothing. Yes, crypto is very volatile. Oh, that's a good question by Dana Rose. Dana Rose, you're killing me with the questions. You got some good questions, man. I see your questions in some of my videos. Very, very interesting questions. I like them. Short videos. Yeah, I like the short videos too. But I also enjoy these live streams where I can just talk to you and we can just communicate. I love that. Anyway, so let's get started. So XRP, let's talk a little bit about XRP and Ripple Psychology, because here's what's going on. I made a video a few weeks back when all this XRP thing was going on, and I actually said that exchanges more than likely will be delisting XRP. This is before any delistings went on. People that are watching this channel already know that. And, a lot of people just went crazy, just went nuts, they just went ape shit because of that video. Regardless, exchanges did start delisting XRP. Sure, some suspended the XRP, but you have to understand that the reason they suspended XRP is to give people a chance to get out, to give them time so that they don't get sued, because they were main exchanges, okay? So they basically delisted XRP. And if you kept watching that, you would actually see that a lot of people, a lot of exchanges, even now, are consistently delisting XRP because they're not going to risk getting in trouble with the SEC, because they are exchanges. I'm not talking about if XRP is a good thing or a bad thing right now, if it's going to go up and down. This is nothing to do with this is regardless of the situation. The situation is exchanges, as I said, would and did delist XRP. And this has made like a spiral down. I also said that yes, we're going to go down lower. We're going to have a bounce more than likely, then keep on going down, which we did. And I also said if we hold support and we pass a certain resistance, we'll go up. Look, you have to understand that me, as an investor, I have to look at what's the best for myself and people listening to me in this situation. If I have XRP, I sold my XRP. I didn't have a lot. I had a bag left over from 2017, which I didn't sell at the highs. I sold most of my XRP at $2.50, and then I think another $2.10. I sold more of them. I may even sold some at the highs, but not a lot of them. But the reason I got out and got into SNX, synthetics, and the reason is holding on to an asset that might be going down, that might be dying, that might be whatever, or at least temporarily going down. It's not that you're losing money for now and you'll go back up. You have to understand you're losing opportunity cost, being in something else that will be making you money or won't go down as much. Does that make sense? And talking about that, getting into synthetics was a good call because synthetics went up, yes? Now, you have to get past this ideology of XRP only ideology and don't fall in love so much, because I've done that before as well, and it's a bad thing, and it could literally destroy you. It's not just about money. You're talking about, oh, I have this money, I put it in, doesn't matter. You lose a lot more than that, and one of the things you lose is the right mindset. You have to know when to jump ship. Hodling is good, but you have to know when to jump ship, even as an entrepreneur or a cryptopreneur. I had a nightclub, and I knew when to jump ship. I took my loss and I jumped ship. Otherwise, it would have got worse. Does that make sense? So don't go crazy about it, and don't have this hate mentality where you watch a video and before the video even finishes, you start writing on your keyboard, oh my God, you're so wrong. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, this guy, he's just a YouTuber. Don't listen to YouTubers. You haven't even seen the whole video. There's some videos out there that I made about XRP, and I actually gave a bullish case, and they didn't actually even watch the bullish case. And this was a 1-minute video. This guy was like in 10 seconds in, was attacking. Calm down, right? And try and be unbiased and look at things with a different perspective. There's 3 sides to a coin, right? Pun intended. There's 3 sides to a coin. There is the back, there is the front, and there is the side. You need to stand on the side, on the edge, and look at all 3 sides. Does that make sense? So, if XRP passes resistance at some point, and if the SEC doesn't totally destroy them, and if they don't dump on you, because these are the ifs that might happen, but if it passes resistance, then I do see XRP going to $4 to $7, maybe even $10 towards the end of this bull market cycle. $1,000 that people are talking about and $5,000, there's no way it will go to $1,000 per coin. You can forget about that shit right now, right? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it is, because it isn't. Now, if it does pass resistance, it will probably reach all-time highs. If it reaches all-time highs, it will pass all-time highs and go up. $10 is where I would be selling XRP. Even if it keeps on going more, even if it goes to 20, it doesn't matter, right? I would sell it. This is my opinion on it. Now, I was met in so many attacks. I mean, anyway, let's not talk about it, okay? And let me just conclude this. You can always get back in. If XRP is going down and you think it's going to go down or stay down, and it starts going up again, people are going to, oh, you're going to lose your money, you're going to buy back higher. Yeah, buying back higher is a strategy. Once it passes resistance and closes over resistance, this is TA, by the way, right? That's when people get in. Look at Bitcoin. Once it passed resistance, it went up. As soon as it passed all-time highs, people started really foaming in, especially institutions. This is a strategy. You do understand that. That's why you need to learn more about TA, entries and exits, and know when to use which strategy accordingly. So I can always buy back XRP, and maybe I do. Right now, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but that's a different story. I would rather see what happens fundamentally, how it plays out with the SEC, technically how it plays out with technical analysis, and then watch what the company does, because chances are if XRP does bounce back and win against the SEC, you think the company won't dump on you? It's been dumping all this time, and you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not dumping. You don't know XRP." So no, I do know XRP. I was holding XRP, and you do have to understand they do dump on investors, and they did pay market makers to raise the price while they were selling. Okay, you like it or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, but I'm unbiased here. The only coin I want to accumulate is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and euros, obviously, because we live here still and we still need them. So I have to be unbiased and know how I can make more of this until I sell those. Does that make sense? Right. Let me drink some of my tea. Pissing me off in the evening with all your comments on my videos about I don't know what I'm talking about. If you followed my advice, you'd be making more money. Trust me. Okay. So let's move on. So why am I accumulating Bitcoin and why am I accumulating Ethereum? So there's a few reasons. Let's say we have a target for Bitcoin. My target is 88,000 to 140,000 by the end of this year. If I think Bitcoin is going to go up there, it makes sense for me to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can, because it makes more sense to put my profits from altcoins into Bitcoin. That said, I also have a target for Ethereum, which very conservatively is $5,000 to $8,000 per Ethereum. So I want to be accumulating Ethereum and Bitcoin. So this is my goal. So I want to be accumulating in those. And one of the reasons is, A, obviously I have my target price, which I want to reach, which is where I want to sell at, or at least I know that's where it's going to go to, okay? Then you have to understand that Bitcoin drops a lot less fast, a lot slower than other coins. When Bitcoin sneezes, other coins move, right? So during the end of the cryptocurrency bull run, if you will, when Bitcoin starts dropping and everything starts dropping a lot more, you have more time to sell your Bitcoin and take profits, because you'll see it. And I always read Bitcoin charts to tell me what happens to everything else in the crypto market. Does that make sense? So you want to be accumulating Bitcoin, A, for your target, and B, because it drops slower, to be able to get out with whatever position you want, whether it's all your position or you keep a position, doesn't matter. But when everything is dropping 90, 95%, Bitcoin will drop 65 to 85%. Does that make sense? So that's another reason you want to be accumulating in Bitcoin, especially during the parabola, because at the end of the bull market, there's always parabolas, and parabolas at the end are always more fierce to the upside, but also fierce to the downside. So you want to be able to get out, and that has to do, that you want to have more Bitcoin, right? So you want to be taking profits into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, the reason you want to be taking in Ethereum, and also Chainlink, by the way, is because A, institutions are going to start getting into Ethereum. There's already problems on exchanges, which we're going to discuss later on. Ethereum 2.0 is coming out, which is huge updates. It's huge. It's just amazing. And most institutions are going to go into Ethereum after Bitcoin. Not going to go into your shitcoin, okay? They're not going to go into these little bags that you have, that you have like, I don't know, 100,000 tokens and they're worth $5. They're going to go into Ethereum because they want safety, even if it's higher. It doesn't matter. They will buy the higher price, not because they're stupid, but because they're actually smart. See, a lot of people on YouTube, they tell you buy low and sell high. That's almost impossible. You're supposed to buy high and sell higher. Right? Does that make sense? You want to go with the eagles. You want to fly with the eagles. You don't want to be down with the mice. And that's how institutions see things. That's why people shouldn't be calling them idiots like a lot of these YouTubers are. They're not. They just have a different philosophy, a different way, a different strategy. And guess what? They have a lot more money than us. So they pretty much know what they're doing. Now, that said, Link and Ethereum are going to be used by banks. That's what I actually heard in the news. This is huge. So you want to be accumulating Link as well as Ethereum. Does that make sense? All right. So until proven otherwise, altcoins will succumb to Bitcoin, at least during the end, and Ethereum, until proven otherwise. So until the end of this bull run and maybe the next bull run, this is what we're seeing. Now, when things change, right, that's when we'll change our strategy. Let me give you a perfect example. This is why crypto bots don't really work. You know those trading bots? All right? Trading bots are fed with technical analysis and rules. You could be going for oversold, buy-ups, or whatever. The problem is that every 2 weeks or every month, it changes. The way the market behaves changes. And these programs in the bots become irrelevant. So your bot that you bought that is making you money for a few weeks, suddenly everything changes and it's not making money anymore. It's not profitable. So unless you have a bot that you can update yourself, or if somebody is updating it for you, they're not profitable. It's the same thing here, right? We know that Bitcoin will move the market, and we know that this is the king right now. That's what we want to be accumulating in, possibly Ethereum, because that's the second mover, yes? So it's very important for you to understand that, right? Do you have any questions in the chat about this, by the way? Zoeb says I crack a lot of jokes. I'm gonna be answering a lot of these questions at the end of the video, or later on in the video, actually. I just need a break to drink some water. Do some pull-ups. You know how Ivan on text says, do some push-ups, do some push-ups. You've already done a lot of push-ups. Do some pull-ups while I drink my water, okay? Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about this Ballet Card, because I really want to talk about this. This is something we give out on this channel as well. So this here is a Ballet Card, okay? And this is a wallet, a hard wallet. And it has a lot of features. By the way, if you want to donate to the channel, use that QR code, and I'll leave the address down below in the description as well. Okay? Now, this Ballet Card, it's not just great quality, but here's what it is. You can literally put crypto on this as soon as you receive it. This is your address right here. Put crypto on there. You have an application where you can see what crypto you have on there. Bitcoin, Ethereum, ERC20, doesn't matter. And then when you're ready to take it out or use it, you peel the sticker off. Your private keys are underneath it, but also you have to scratch this because it encrypts them. So basically you decrypt your private keys, and then you can use this wallet. So this wallet is very safe. It's not connected to anything online. And the good thing about this wallet is you can leave instructions right behind. If you want to leave your kid something, if you want to give somebody crypto, this crypto wallet is your best bet, because a lot of people, they don't know. It's very confusing and overwhelming when you're getting crypto. So I don't know if about you, but when I got into crypto, all these private keys and these wallets and these 24 phrases, I was scared shitless if I'm going to lose my stuff. It's very scary. This makes everything very, very easy, right? And it has, and it's very, very, look at the design, okay? It's high quality, but also there's ways to verify this. First of all, there's a code on the side that you can verify it on the website. And if you scratch this code, if you actually scratch it, okay, and you smell it, it has a distinct smell, so you can verify it's a real card. There's a lot of thought gone into this card. It's by Bobby Lee, Charlie Lee's brother from Litecoin. The creator of Litecoin, his brother created this card, and he used to own BTC China, an exchange. So he knows his shit. He's one of the first movers in crypto. He's also giving away a Cybertruck. We're going to talk about this right now. He's giving away a Cybertruck that you guys just might win. And, this is really good for mass adoption, getting it out there, giving for gifts, getting people inside crypto, or even keeping it in your safe or something, somewhere where you can put it on you and take it with you. It really, really helps. And I have an interview with Bobby Lee. I'm going to link it down below this video. You can watch it after if you haven't watched it already. And we might be doing some stuff together. But really, this wallet is something else. And this is the wallet. Why am I talking about this wallet? This is the wallet I give out in most of my shows as a gift. So you actually have a chance to win this. at the end of this video, and we're going to announce last week's winner as well. Now, the people that can't take this card as a gift because they live somewhere or whatever, we're going to send them some money instead, but or in Ethereum or Bitcoin or something, and we'll talk about that later on. But this card is extremely important. And, you know, there's a lot to say about security. We're going to be talking about security later because we have another leak, by the way, by Ledger. We're going to be talking about that. But I want to get into my next subject right now, which is YouTubers, because I've been bashing YouTubers a lot, and I want to talk about YouTubers TA. There's a lot of YouTubers out there giving you advice on technical analysis, and I don't know what the hell they're talking about, and this is why their predictions are wrong, and to say the least. Listen, I'm going to give you a best example. A few days ago, all these YouTube channels and these YouTubers, and a lot of them I actually watch and I respect, okay? We're talking about how we're going into a heads and shoulders formation, and if it breaks down, if it's going to break down, we're probably going to go drop lower. And they actually had some bias because they thought they were going to go lower because of some other technicals they were watching, and the heads and shoulders proved it to them. The problem was that there was no heads and shoulders formation. There wasn't. Everybody was talking about a heads and shoulders pattern. This is a head. Let me draw a heads and shoulders pattern, okay? Let's say we have a line chart, okay? A heads and shoulders pattern is something like this, okay? You have the shoulder, and the head, okay? And it wasn't a very good drawing, but usually the right shoulder and the left shoulder are about the same, okay? And this is the neckline. Everybody was calling a heads and shoulders before this went down here. For a heads and shoulders pattern to be heads and shoulders, you have to break the neckline. You have to break support and close underneath it. That validates a heads and shoulders pattern, and that's what a heads and shoulder is. You cannot call a heads and shoulders pattern just because it looks like it's going to happen. That's like calling, Nostradamus. This isn't Nostradamus. This ain't The Simpsons. This ain't Simpsons TA. You cannot call a heads and shoulders pattern before the heads and shoulders pattern. You can watch out for it. You can see if it goes back down. But usually Bitcoin does not respect the heads and shoulders patterns anyway. So you have to be very wary who you listen to in technical analysis. I just lost all my notes because I'm doing this stuff. You have to be very aware about who you're going to follow with heads and shoulders. Just because something looks like it's going to happen doesn't mean it happened. Everybody just talking about this heads and shoulders, all this FUD. What did Bitcoin do? It went higher. Obviously, it went higher because there was other technicals that could have been read that no one read because they were looking at that. Look, you cannot be a YouTuber and a technical analyst. Being a technical analyst takes many years of reading, many years of studying. I used to teach technical analysis in Forex, okay? I used to teach that, and still I don't think I have the qualifications to teach it in crypto because crypto is a different market, it's more volatile. The stop losses are very different because you are going to get hit, and there's a lot of things that keep on changing. If you want to listen to technical analysis in crypto, listen to some experts that know what they're talking about. Great example, Tone Vase. Yes, he's a Bitcoin maximalist, but guess what? His technical analysis is great, and you can apply that for the other coins. And if you're very smart, you'll do it on Bitcoin, which is the first mover, and then by looking at Bitcoin, you'll know whether you should invest with your other fundamental research in your other coins. Does that make sense? Another person is the chart guys. Dan, for example, from the Chart Guys. Amazing technical analysis. Check them out and join the channel. Great calls, and he talks about altcoins as well, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever you guys want. He talks about it, and he is more of a day trader. Does that make sense? But listen to people that know technical analysis. Don't listen to generalized YouTubers, that just talk for the sake of talking. You know what I mean? Do some pull-ups. The problem is, when I'm talking on YouTube, I drink my tea, but that makes me more thirsty. I have to drink water after. And these bottles of water are very small. Usually bottles of water are bigger, but my girlfriend bought these small ones because they're cute. They look like they, put them in a washing machine at 60 or something and they shrunk. So now I have less water for my shelf. Anyway, girlfriends do what girlfriends do. So follow Tone Vase, follow the chart, guys, when it comes to technical analysis. If you want to listen to other things on crypto, for example, altcoins and technical stuff, listen to Ivan on Tech. You're not going to go to Tone Vase to learn about technicals of altcoins because Tone Vase hates altcoins. He calls them shitcoins, all of them. So you're going to go to Tone Vase, you're going to go to Data Dash, you're going to go to ETH Trades, people that are studying and looking into altcoins. You're not going to go get altcoin information from Tone Vase because he's a Bitcoin maximalist. And you shouldn't get technical analysis, TA, from Ivan on Tech, in my opinion. We should get it from Tone Vase and the chart guys because that's all they do. They're expert in that. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you that Ivan on Tech doesn't know technical analysis at all. I'm saying that he cannot devote his life to technical analysis because he's got too much other stuff he's doing, which he is an expert in. Does that make sense? You want to go to the experts. That's why I don't do TA on this channel. I could do technical analysis on this channel, but I think Tone Vase and the chart guys are much better at technical analysis than me. Right? So I watch them and I understand them better because I know TA, and I can maybe, compare my readings to theirs and see if I'm right or get another perspective. But let me just turn on this. Sorry, give me a second. But you want to go where you need to go to learn that specific thing. Does that make sense? So follow Tone Vase, follow the chart guys, learn technical analysis. And that kind of if you need to learn technical analysis, it will take a few years for you to learn technical analysis. And that does sound like a long time. It does, but it's not. You learn how to be a lawyer in 8 years, a doctor in 6 to 8 years. Technical analysis, 1 or 2 years, can make you more money than both those professions. So it's worth getting into that, right? It's worth learning TA. It's not a long time. Okay? Now, talking about this, let's talk about Ledger again because they just leaked as well. So Ledger Wallet, and this is why I want to talk about the Ballet Card earlier on. But there's another Ledger leak, this time from Shopify through their customers. And you have to understand that your funds are probably safe, first of all. Let's start with that. Don't panic. Because a lot of people say something like Ledger hack so you can panic so they can get views. Your funds are safe. This is why I didn't put it up in the title. I put security up on the title so I don't work with FUD on this live video. But this is how most hacks happen. There are leaks of their email address, for example, and then what they do, people spam them or do phishing attempts. You'll get an email that says something along the lines of, hey, secure your account, click here. Now, I actually found some of the hacks before anybody else announced them. I think I actually announced them on a video, one of my 1-minute videos. That's why you should subscribe to this channel, by the way. Subscribe and hit the notifications because I discovered a hack, how they were using a hack before Ledger did. And I announced it. It was a new way, a new method of the hack. And it had a lot to do with it was along the lines of, and I can't remember right now, along the lines of, because you have to talk about where your wallet is from now on. Exchanges have to know where your wallet is. It was this ruling that came on that they have to know who you are, that you have to KYC your wallet. So they were sending out emails that your funds were locked because you have to KYC your wallet and to go into your account. And they also left a little button so you can click it so you can go and do that. And that was a phishing. That was actually, sorry, people are calling me. Yeah. Dude, I'm on a live stream. Why don't you know I'm on the live stream, dude? Go to my YouTube channel. You can see me talking to you live right now. Right? Anyway. So, I can't believe my friends don't know I'm doing a live stream. Anyway, so what you want to do, you want to be careful for security and make sure, okay, you don't fall victim in phishing scams and stuff like that. And that was Miami, by the way, by Will Smith. Okay, so welcome to Miami, if you like that song. I have it for years. Anyway, so you might get phone calls, you might get emails, and people might actually even threaten you, physically threaten you if they have your address, because they probably got your address, by the way, from this hack, just so you know, and the one before. So for me, you have to take very good care. Now, one way you can be very careful with all these things, don't use your same email address for your wallets and for your ledger and so on. Don't use the same email address, and don't use the same phone for two-factor authentication so they can swap you. Basically, you want to keep more screens in between you and hackers and potential hackers and phishing attempts, because they are getting more sophisticated, right? Watch for spam and use your hard wallets and hot wallets with caution. They are the safest, but you are not the safest. You know, most hacks happen to the users, if that makes sense. Okay? And by the way, we're going to get more into this on our next interview, because I have an interview coming up with Zach from Mintable. We're going to be talking about NFTs. We're going to be talking about the future of NFTs. So many things for NFTs, man, that I wasn't aware of. They're coming in strong. And basically, we're going to also be talking about security. Yeah? So, and that's why people are laughing. Why are you guys laughing? All right. And that's why we're going to segue into investing in yourself. Why is investing in yourself important? I recently made a video, 1-minute video, about how the best investment you can make in crypto is yourself. If you have $100, $200, $300, people are asking me, which crypto should I invest it in? It's you. You have to invest in books and to learn about crypto. And I talked about how there's a lot of careers in crypto, how you can do this. And of course, I had somebody talking shit to me and saying, oh, this guy doesn't know what to talk about. Just do your own research and get into crypto. And we're going to talk about doing your own research too, because that's bullshit as well. We're going to talk about that as well. Okay? And I like being I know this is very controversial what I'm talking about, but bear with me and you'll understand exactly why I'm saying it and exactly why it makes sense. Okay? So why is it important? All right, let me just see something here because I think I forgot something. No, it happened. Okay. So it's important to know, okay, about this, because if you educate yourself in cryptocurrency, if you educate yourself in security like we did, first of all, you won't be a victim. Then you can start working in crypto, okay? And you'll be able to start making money. And you have to understand that most millionaires, they've studied, they've learned something, and they've learned it well. And a lot of times I see a lot of these people in crypto saying something like, oh yeah, good luck, you're going to stay poor. And do you think millionaires become millionaires by becoming stupid? No, they're educated, they learn, they read, they become very good at one thing. And you have to understand that in America, 85% of millionaires are self-made. Let me say that again. 85% of millionaires in America are self-made. Does that make sense? Did you see something there? 65% of American people, about a year ago the statistic was, 65% of the people in America don't have more than $3,000 in their bank accounts, and most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So when people come on my channel and they start saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about and everything, you know, I don't take advice from people that have less money than me, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not being rude, but I'm being very real. But I don't take financial advice than people that have less money than me. I don't take doctor advice and health advice from people that are not doctors. I don't take technical analysis advice from YouTubers that are not technical analysts. It makes sense, right? You want to go to the experts, all right? So these millionaires, these people that became millionaires and billionaires, they did it by investing in themselves. They did it by investing in knowledge. And I know this because I've interviewed a lot of them. I interviewed over 35 millionaires in cryptocurrency and in entrepreneurship in general. Okay? If you guys want to learn more about millionaires and their thoughts in cryptocurrency, I have a series on this YouTube channel. It's called The Crypto Factor 1 and 2. It's interviews in this book, by the way. Right? This book is 10,000 words. It's a heavy book. You can kill somebody with this book. You can do some damage. I've interviewed some of the pioneers and most successful people in crypto. I have another book, number 2, coming out, and I've also interviewed about 30 entrepreneurs. Most of them are on my other YouTube channel, and that's just my name. My other YouTube channel is Paul Democritou. Let me write that down for you guys because it's kind of hard to spell, I guess. Paul Democritou. If you are interested in entrepreneurship, sales, and marketing, if you're on a non-crypto level, go to Paul Democritou, check out my channel. I've interviewed some of the most successful people in the world, like Patrick Bet-David, Evan Carmichael, and so on. And I've also interviewed a lot of very successful experts in their field. So go check that out. Okay? Now, let's get in some controversy right here. And then we're going to look at the chat in a second. Okay, we're going to look at the chat in the end and answer all your questions live and talk about a few things. Why is do your own research bad advice? Everyone says do your own research this, do your own research that, do your own research here. Dude, it's actually very bad advice. And let me explain why. For 2 reasons. Number 1, most people say it because it's a cop-out, because they don't want to get in trouble and they're lazy. And when they say do your own research, you cannot get in trouble. You're like, oh, do your own research, I warned you. If you lose your money, it's not my fault. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Number 2, I'm going to tell you to do your own research. And I do say this, but I tell you to do your own research. Based on what fundamentals, based on what expertise are you going to do your own research? You're going to watch YouTubers? That's not doing your own research. You're going to read white papers on your own. You're going to start doing you're going to start doing fundamental analysis and macro analysis. Do you realize that how much work that is? That's another 1 year of studying to learn how to do your own research. So when I say invest in yourself, right, as my advice, one of the things is to learn how to do your own research. So all these YouTubers telling you how to do your own research, they should say this. They should say, learn to do your own research, then do your own research. Does that mean you should just blindly jump into whatever coin and whatever they're talking about? No, of course not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to not do any research at all or just to jump in without doing research. What I'm saying is learn how to do your own research. Start learning. Right? You can, you have to do this. You have to invest in yourself. Does that make sense? It's just like learning stocks, for example. I mean, come on. Let me give you an example. Give me a good example. Wait. All right. If you want to learn how to research companies in stocks, okay, you start with a book like this, okay? This book right here, you start learning how to read basic charts, how to start looking into companies, quarterly earnings, all this kind of stuff, okay? And you start with this book, and then there's one more book that you could read and study, then you start practicing it. And that's how you start learning how to do your own research, how to research companies, if they're gonna be good, if they're gonna be, doing your own research is not watching a YouTube video or Googling it. It doesn't work that way. So learn how to do that. But you have to understand at the end of the day, it's a crap shot, right? You're rolling dice. Again, not saying to go gambling with your crypto. What I'm saying is learn more. The more you invest in yourself, the more you learn. Okay, I think I'm overdoing it now. I think I'm going over this. So do your own research is actually bad advice. Learn to do your own research and then do your own research is actually good advice. Does that make sense? And you know what? Let's do an experiment. Who here, and this is not embarrassing, I'll say it for myself as well. Who here knows how to do their own research? How do you research your coin? Okay, let me know. Let me know right now. Anyway, I'd really like to know. Anyway, let's talk about, I wanted to talk about something else actually, another piece of advice which is really bad. And the other piece of advice is this. Don't invest more than what you can lose. Let me explain to you why that's the stupidest advice you can ever get. And I know this is another controversial thing. Because most people, when you tell them don't invest more than you can lose, their idea of investing more than they can lose is based on wrong principles. Don't invest more than what you can lose does not mean you have some money on the side that you have to go out on movies and buy some shit and you don't want to invest that. This advice makes people invest less than what they have to actually make it worth investing in. Let me explain. A few years ago, when I started investing in cryptocurrency, it was 2017. And I invested for a couple of reasons. I also started investing in gold. I started investing in cryptocurrency so it can go up and then I can make profit, but also to stop me spending my money. Because when you try and save money, you will spend that money. It is very hard for you to keep that money because something always happens. If you invested in crypto and gold, even if it goes down in price and you sell it at a loss, chances are you're still making money that you would have spent taking your girlfriend out, for example, which I can verify. Or I don't know, buying chocolate bars or stuff like that. Now, if you want to do this properly, you have to have some money in gold, for example, some money in crypto, and some money in cash for a rainy day. Then you have your spending money. But you want to invest, let's say 1/3 of what you make should be in investments, whether it's stock market, whether it's crypto, whether it's gold. If you tell people not to invest more than they can lose, they won't invest much because their paradigm is saving money to go out to the cinema. It doesn't work that way. So let me rephrase this for everybody, okay? Don't invest more than you're willing to lose, and learn what risk management and money management is. If you want to learn how to make money, the first thing you need to learn is what money is and how it works, how it's deflationary, how it actually is produced or printed. Then you have to learn how to invest in yourself and also how to invest for the future. Why should I invest in the future? Does that make sense? Then you know all this ties up together. But telling people not to invest in more than what they can lose, they think $100 or $200 they're keeping on the side for Christmas presents is more than they should be losing. People need to explain this more. So while it's good advice in general, the explanation of this is very different. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense. Tell me if that makes sense. Somebody can maybe help me articulate this. All right, we're going to move on to who won last week's giveaway. And we're going to go into that. I really want to check out the chat, though, if I've missed anything. And we'll see. Let me see if I have... I'll check the last comments, and at the end, I'll check all the chat just for any questions and so on. All right, so Matthew says you look at the circulating supply and market cap, do the TA on the chart. Okay, support resistant. Okay, great. Okay, and that's it? That's your research? For me, that's very basic. It's a good start, but there's more to research. What about the team? What about their marketing? What about the allocation of marketing? What about the actual coin? Is the ERC20 token? Is it connected to another sort of category, a basket of cryptos that are in the space? And are there other leading ones that you want to be in first and have that follow? Do you think it's going to go up or the rest of them go down? Maybe there's something going on like fear, uncertainty, doubt, or privacy tokens are basically getting off exchanges, for example. So doing research, who is the team, who is the owners, who they are, what they do. There's a lot more than going into it. Is it a new project? Is it an old project? What kind of do your own research can you do on a new project if it just came out? It's very hard to do research on something that just came out because there's no history. Does that make sense? So there's a lot more into it than just that. $2025 XRP to $589. Are you guys ready? Yes, we are ready for a $589 Ripple token. I'm also ready for flying cars, which they will come inevitably. And I'm also ready to astro project myself over there and slap you and tell you it's not going to happen. Astro project back here. Okay, listen. I'm not saying it's not going to go up, but it's not going to go to 589. Okay. But okay, look. I'll do this. I won't be negative. If Ripple Labs still exists in 2025, it could be up. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let me look up a few more comments here. See, people admitting that they don't know how, Zorab, Diana, people admitting that they don't know how to do their own research is a huge quality. It's amazing you're doing that. This means that you can become good and that you can do things and learn and actually potentially become a millionaire. Why? Because you know yourself and you're admitting your flaws, okay? And let me give you an example, okay? I have authored 3 books in cryptocurrencies. I have another one coming out, another 2 coming out, as a matter of fact. I've worked with some of the best in crypto. I've worked with Tom Vase on his YouTube channel as a YouTube manager. I've given advice to some multi-million-dollar companies in crypto and outside. I do not know how to do my own research in crypto. Okay? I know a few basic things, but I don't know how to do my own research, really get into it. I can say I do compared to other people, but I'm being very modest. And it all goes back down to the Dunning-Kruger effect. Dunning-Kruger were 2 psychologists, 1991, Dunning and Kruger, that figured out that 2 very important things. The more intelligent you are, the more you doubt yourself. The more stupid you are, the more 100% sure you are about yourself. Now, this is not to be confused with confidence, but in general, intelligent people doubt themselves without losing their confidence. They know they might be wrong. Does that make sense? And it's very hard to do that. Also, Dunning-Kruger also said that stupid people are too stupid to know they're stupid, and they explain it more, and they go more in depth to it. And it's not a bad thing. You don't need to be smart to make money. If you know this rule, and you know how to doubt yourself, it will make you learn, and you will ultimately be able to become successful. All right, let's move on, okay? So, let's talk about who won last week's giveaway. And last week's giveaway is this crypto wallet, well, not this specific one. This is for donating to the channel. If you want to donate, it's right there. If you do not want to donate, just hit the like button, and we're good. All right? And basically, we're going to be giving that away. And I had 3 answers which are the closest. And the answers were how to end your videos. And the way I'm going to be ending these live streams, how to end your live streams. And the way I'm going to be ending these live streams are going to be close to these answers. Now, the 3 answers that are closest to the ending I chose is Zaib Matik, and he says to end it as in take care and see you soon in the next video. Then Clashing Zone, he said, and with that said, I will see you in the next video, which is very good, by the way. And Ahmad said, and I will catch you guys up in the next video. And you're all very close. I didn't know who should win, but essentially I chose Zaib to win this week's competition because there's one word that is going to be one word I'm going to take out from what he's saying, and the see you soon. So I'm going to be ending it. Take care. See you in the next video. That's how I'm going to be using it. Zaib was the closest one. So you have won one of these wallets. I will send it to you. All you have to do is email me, and there will be a verification process to make sure that it's you. You're going to email me your address so I can send you this wallet. And if I cannot send you this wallet, I can send you $20 worth of Ethereum. Just write down your address, which you already have. So I'm going to send you $20 worth of Ethereum in your address after this live stream. And just to make sure I don't lose it, let me just copy, paste it. This is a Bitcoin address. I need Ethereum address, please. I'll send you Ethereum because I have a lot more of it than Bitcoin. I don't want to start getting into my ledgers and all that. Okay? So congratulations to that. We're going to answer some questions from last week's live stream from the comment section. And then I'm going to be going through the chat and answering your questions live right here. Congratulations. I want everyone to say congratulations to Zaib. You know, it's important to give gratitude, to say congratulations so it comes back to you. It's very important to be positive, never be jealous, say congratulations, and well done. Okay, and I'm going to answer some of these questions right now. Okay, so Diana Rose is asking, history rhymes. Oh, sorry. Will Bitcoin repeat history? And my answer to that is, history, it doesn't really repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So yes, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to do what it did, just a little bit differently. For example, I believe that we're going to hit the highs, right, at the end of the bull run, and then we're going to drop. And we're probably going to drop 85%. Now, why would we drop 85% if institutions are coming in and everyone? The reason is this: human psychology. People will start getting bored once it peaks and just moving sideways. And they're going to want to get out and get into other investments, or they might need money, or some sort of fund's going to happen, or they're going to realize that Bitcoin is getting to the top and they want to take profits, or they're going to see that they want to take the money out because it's enough to pay the taxes or whatever, and it's going to drop. And it's going to spiral down. People are going to get scared. They're going to say, this is the end. Technical analysts, they're going to say, this is the end of the bull run, self-fulfilling prophecy, and so on. So it is going to blow off the top and it is going to drop. So history does rhyme, so it is going to drop again. And yeah, and then it's going to go back up again in the next cycle. It does rhyme. So yes, I do believe that. Okay. Also, if people think, I'm giving another example, if people think it's going to go up to 1 million, they're going to realize it's not going to go to 1 million this bull run. They're going to also start selling. They're going to become very agitated. So that's the reason that that's going to work. Now, Chota is asking, what is DeFi really? So let me explain. DeFi stands for decentralized finance, and it's a movement of sort on finance. So let me give an example. Uniswap is a great example, okay? Uniswap is a decentralized exchange, and it's part of DeFi. And essentially, your wallet, your MetaMask wallet, which you have, your browser, connects to Uniswap. And you can automatically exchange and buy tokens from Uniswap without your tokens actually leaving your wallet. It's kind of like magic. Now, we do want to talk more about this. Oracles basically give informations as well for DeFi to work, but we do want to get more into this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get an expert on this channel so that I can properly answer your question, and so we can probably get into it, because it's also very interesting, and I really do think that DeFi is the future, and we should be getting into DeFi. I'm very invested in DeFi, and so should you. So I'm going to bring on an expert so we can get more into it, okay? Because DeFi is a beast we need to learn about, and the best, and I want to be responsible and not just tell you what everybody's telling you. I want to really get in deep to it. Does that make sense? So we're going to do that. Great question. I really like it. All right. Clashing Zone is asking if Bitcoin will go back to $3,000 to $5,000, and I really don't think so. And the reason is this: if you look at Bitcoin cycles, each cycle pretty much goes on top of. It drops down to higher than the last cycle. So I really think that we're not going to see Bitcoin under $20,000 again. But if we do, we might spiral down to $10,000 or $12,000. That should be an 85% correction, 80 to 85% correction from the highs. But maybe a little bit more. But I don't think we're going to drop lower than that. Of course, it's a speculation. This has to do more with how I see Bitcoin moving over the years, and not so much with anything else, if that makes sense. All right, let's move on to more questions before we get into the chat and announce our next week's competition, because we have another competition, and we're going to be doing it for this next week. We're going to be doing this competition. You know how it works. I'm a bit all over the place today. By the way, I do have a toothache. I have to go to the dentist. This is why you're seeing me a little bit, I'm kind of struggling to speak and, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'd love to drink some water, but, mini bottles. I don't have any water in here, which is awesome. All right. So I have another question here, really fast. What is your opinion of DNT? And DNT is District OX. It's a decentralized finance coin. I was actually in it a while ago. I got out, not because I thought it was a bad choice, but I wanted to get into another cryptocurrency, namely SNX, Synthetics. So I got out of it with a chance I might go back into it. I haven't looked into it enough, and it would be irresponsible for me to give you information on DNT on this channel at this time, but we can get into it another time. Hisham is saying DNT should. But is it District OX though? Is it? This is what if it's District OX, there are some fundamentals in play, but I did get out of it. I'm not going to argue with you if it should or not. Oh, it's not? Is DNT a scam? Is it like I thought the DNT is District OX because I did a Google search on it real quickly before this live stream, and I saw District OX on it. But if it's not, see, that's why I was very reluctant to answer, and I'm always very careful about what I say when I'm giving advice. And that's why when I don't know something 100%, I'd rather say, hey, I want to bring somebody on here, or I want to do more research before I talk about it. That's the reason. That's the exact reason. So let's research DNT and talk about it next time, if it's worth talking about, okay? All right. So let's move on. So let's go into the AMA. Let's talk about, let's answer your questions in the chat right now. And then we'll talk about next week's competition and how you can win one of these cards or $20 in Ethereum. So let's move to the start of this chat. And if you have any questions, answer them while I'm going through these questions, okay? Otherwise, comment section down below after this video ends, and I'll answer them in next week's live stream, which is 7 o'clock EEST time. All right, let's have a look here. Are you there? What do you think who would you think the XRP loss? Okay, so Zorab is asking, what do you think if XRP will win the lawsuit? Listen, I don't know if they're going to win the lawsuit or not. What I do know is that they did try to settle with the SEC, and the SEC didn't want to have it, so they want to go all out. This is going to take a while, and the longer it takes, you have to understand that XRP, if people don't forget about it, it's going to go down. So it's not a good idea to be in XRP right now. Now, if XRP does win the lawsuit, it's very good for crypto. I actually hope they win the lawsuit. But it's not going to stop them dumping down on their investors like they have, okay? This is something, it's unfortunate. That said, I think the SEC might try and make an example of XRP, and it will also pave the way to go after other coins that are also operating as XRP. And let me explain something to you guys. It's not so much the coin XRP or how they distribute it that's the problem. The problem is A, they have a lot of it. B, they saw them dump on their investors. And C, they used market makers while they were dumping on their investors. So it's not the same thing. So it is kind of dangerous, which is probably why they couldn't settle. Let's see what happens, man. But there are other coins you should be in right now so you don't lose gains potential, and it's too risky for me to touch right now. If the SEC thing gets cleared up and if it passes a certain resistance, then we can talk about it. Stream is doing good. Okay, nice to know now close to the end of the stream. Love from India. I love Indian food, by the way. Thoughts on crypto jacking? I think I answered that earlier on in the security part of this video. Let's move on. I need somebody to give me these questions, to write down all these questions while the live stream is going on and present me the questions at the end so I can not lose time looking through all this chat. So if anybody wants to do that and wants to, like, I don't know, maybe volunteer for it, it would be really cool. What if you buy the coin and the coin dumps? Should you wait X time for the coin? It depends on fundamentals on your research. So Zora, if you buy a coin and dumps, usually you should wait. Usually. Because it goes without saying that you've done your research and you think it's going to go up and you have your targets. Now, if it dumps like XRP and you see it breaking support and then you don't know why, and then you see that there's a lot of FUD and you see a lot of shit going on, then yeah, maybe it's time to jump shipping into another coin, right? But in general, coins will go up, will go down, they will trade sideways a little bit, then go up again and pass, hopefully, previous all-time highs. Does that make sense? Also, maybe you think it's going to go up, but there's potential for another coin that will go up faster. Sometimes you have to take your picks, man. There's a lot of technical analysis to do, so this is why you have to learn technical analysis, but also fundamental analysis when it comes to crypto and research and all that. It's in stocks, you just choose technical analysis or you do fundamental analysis. In crypto, you kind of need everything. Do you know what I mean? Zaib says XRP to $1,000 is totally bullshit. No, it's real. In the parallel universe, it might actually go there. But anyway. And yeah, a lot of these YouTubers are saying $1,000 to get views. Yeah, they do it just for the views. And I did too. I have to admit, I actually put out a video, a 1-minute video saying $1,000, is it possible? But it was not really, it wasn't really clickbait. It was clickbait. So clickbait is when you do clickbait and you talk about something else. This wasn't really clickbait. I just gave you my opinion, but a lot of these YouTubers were talking about how they'll go to $1,000, $1,000 this, $1,000 that, $10,000, and I wanted to get the views and tell people that it's not. So I did it too, but for a different reason. I had my reasons to do it. It was to warn people about what they're getting into. Zaiba is asking, will XRP die? I don't think it will die, man. Bottom line is that they raised, what, $4 billion? They're going to get a huge fine. They might get in trouble. They've also done the Spark token now. They've released a Spark token to XRP holders, which is coming in a few months. They know what they're doing. I don't think XRP is going to die, but it's going to be on life support for a while. All right. Ethereum is a good buy for long term. Yes, it is. You crack a lot of jokes. Yes, I do. All right. Ivory's in the US. Same feelings. Good stuff. Please tell Binance. Tell Binance what? Amjad, I don't understand your question. You want to tell Binance something, or you want me to talk about Binance Coin? I'm not sure. I think Binance Coin is very good. It will go up. I think there are some better plays out there, though. Oh, there you go, BNB Coin, yeah. Well, I just answered that. If you want more, I think exchange coins right now, there are better coins to be in, and I also have a feeling that the SEC will go after exchanges or certain exchanges, and this will affect all the coins. Does that make sense? It's just a prediction, but it might happen. Diana says CZ tweeted the next BNB token burn will happen in 48 hours. Okay, very good. Ledger is a great wallet. I actually have a Ledger. I use a Ledger. I actually have links down below this video. If you want to buy Ledgers or these cards or anything like that and you want to support the channel, there are links you can use down below. It doesn't cost you any more money. You actually get bonuses, but it will help out this channel if you want to do that. You watch Bobby Lee's interview on my channel? Cool. All right. Is TSA essential to learn? You need to learn Hisham, you need to learn the essentials of technical analysis to know your entry points and your exit points, and so you can have some peace of mind. It is essential to learn, in my opinion. The more you can learn, the better. Now, you don't have to become a technical analyst, per se, but you do know how to, you do need to have a basic understanding so people don't bullshit you, and so you can see things. You'll just have an easier time, if that makes sense. And if you're going to be listening to other people talk shit, then yeah, learn it. Learn the basics at least. Hisham says, please come live more frequently. I'm going to try and do some surprise live streams this week or next week. It depends. But it also depends on my tooth because I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. But you will see me here Sunday, 7 o'clock EEST time. But I'll try and do more. And once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll try and doing them more often by default as well. You can contact if you want to. Oh, I think Amjad is flirting with Diana. I'm not sure. He wants to contact her. Good one, man. Hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Diana's like, you want to contact me for what? The plot thickens. Okay. The brave Defiant is wondering why I don't have many followers. It's because A, it's a new channel, and I've been working it for a month. So 1,400 followers, 500 followers, can't remember how much it is right now. Most of them have come onto this channel in 30 days. So we are going fast. I really hope we get this channel popping. But yeah. Amjad, stop picking guys on the chat. Amjad, what are you doing, man? All right, people laughing at the phone call. That was actually a famous singer, by the way. I'm going to call him up after and tell him why he's not watching my live stream and why he's calling me up during it. Blaze Matai, follow him. He's legit. Blaze Matai is the co-author of The Crypto Factor, and he's also legit. And he also stopped playing poker with me for ETH because he's scared. We used to play poker with Ethereum, and this was back in the day with Ethereum. we made so much money in Ethereum because we were both working for a company, and we were just going back and forth. And yeah, I love Blaze, man. Blaze, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. You want a sold mine? Makes sense. Going through the chat here. Hard name to spell, though. Well, think democracy and just add ETH at the end. Okay, the problem with people don't know what they're doing research. I think we need to understand the concept of cryptocurrency. Yeah, it would be nice if you understand what you invest in. So you should learn about cryptocurrency, and so you can invest in cryptocurrency. It makes sense. You should generally know what you're investing and what you're putting your money in, right? When you buy Nike shoes, there's a reason why you're buying Nike shoes. You know, even if it's at a level where you're not in depth, at least you should do the same for crypto, right? You know, value, quality, fashion, so on. Okay. That's the haha for the $589 XRP. Yeah, it's looking at the team is important. 21 lawyers versus 3. Yes, but the 3 lawyers are SEC. Look, if it breaks resistance, XRP won't go to $5. It'll go to $7 and possibly 10. So it might be a good idea to get in if it breaks resistance. Just looking at these comments, I really need somebody to help me with these comments and put them at the questions at the end. DNT is shit. Okay, shit. Thank you. And I'll tell you why it's shit next week because I might do some research. We'll see. Lady May says, funny thing, I am watching this video from the start thinking you've gone off live. No, I'm still here. Yo, I'm still here. I'm still here, lady. I'm still here. But if you're just joining, then watch this video from the beginning after. We covered so many things. It's really cool. Do you think Chainlink might hit $500 to $1,000? Look, I think Chainlink will definitely hit 100. And I think a $300 to $500 possibility on Chainlink is very possible, at least towards the end. Diana Rose says long-term target is $40 to $50. For Chainlink, I think $40 to $50 will be done in a month or two, at least, and it'll go to 100. What's the difference between Ledger and the card? This card is, okay, Ledger basically you have like something like a USB device that you connect to the blockchain through your computer. You have a code that you have to put in. It's very safe, and that's how you control your crypto. This is totally off. You don't connect it to anything. It works out the box. You just scan this code, you put money into it. Simple. And then you have an app to see what you have, if that makes sense. A good idea is to actually watch the interview with Bobby Lee to see the difference, to learn more about the card. Blaze Matai says, laugh out, stop, it's because I suck. What do you suck, Blaze? Hello. Lollipops. Do not get the wrong. Guys, shame on you, whoever thought that. Shame on you. Blaze, this is a fact, he likes to lick lollipops. It's not a bad thing. I sometimes eat lollipops. The difference is I eat. Okay, this is going in the wrong way. I can't answer what the soonest date is that Ripple and the SEC will settle. If you see Ripple or XRP breaking resistance and closing on top, it probably means they have settled and we don't know about it. There's a saying that says this: show me the charts, and I'll tell you the news. Does that make sense? Show me the charts, and I'll tell you the news. Because there's news for the classes and there's news for the masses, and we don't really know it, okay? So show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. That's why you should learn technical analysis. $589 XRP isn't from The Simpsons or something YouTubers talk about. I don't know if it's in The Simpsons, but a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers that are XRP challenged talk about it. By the way, Blaze, let me make you into pin message, put user in timeout. No, add as a moderator. Blaze, you are now a moderator. You have the wrench of truth. You're welcome, man. Okay, so next week's competition. Here's what we're going to do. Watch the Ballet interview, the interview with Bobby Lee. Links down below, but it's also on my channel. You can see it. Watch the interview. And the challenge is this. Tell me the best part, what you think is the best thing about this card. What do you like best about the Ballet card? Okay? Comment down in this video down below after the stream. And next week, we're going to use a generator to pick somebody, a winner, from the comments that are talking about this, okay? And then that's basically how you can win next week's competition, which will be a Ballet card or an equivalent $20 instead of that. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate, really love you guys. I had so much fun. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Was that the saying? See you next time? Give me a second. That doesn't sound right. Wait. Give me a second. Wait. I'm gonna end this. Do not close this live show. We're gonna end this properly. Wait. Where is it? Damn it. Oh, here it is. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.